Hello, everybody. Welcome to Two Bears, One Brain with your host, me, GMat. I'm joined with guests today. It's Jay Woot and Curious Alice. Thank you guys so much for joining me from all the way over in the US. Welcome.
Oh my God, I feel so blessed to be here.
Wow, I feel like I don't know what to say. You're only in Australia. It's not like you're on the other side of the world.
Can you guys just give me the login? Is it on Anchor? Is that what you use to post these?
Yeah, it's Anchor Podcast. We'll just pass the whole thing over to you because they don't need us anymore.
Actually, we're just gonna let you cut and edit everything, and we'll just show up once a week to record if that's cool.
Perfection.
We're here to talk theater stories because in some way, shape, or form, we've all been in performance and on the stage before, but specifically embarrassing theater stories because have we got them?
Yeah, I got a few. What do you guys like? What's your history with performing? I'm sure your audience already knows.
Ours is not as impressive as yours.
Oh, relax, Jessica.
I have not even auditioned for a show in like 10 years.
It's okay.
It's old shit. It's been like 4 shows.
I can't believe I've seen your list of embarrassing stories already, and that's just from 4 shows.
It's 4 shows. I have some extra shit written down also in case we run out of stuff to talk about, which I don't think will happen, but you know.
So Jessica, is your stuff mostly like musical choir?
Yeah, it's all musical choir.
I have this theory that I pitch to Beck all the time, which is that choirs attract autism. That choirs are mostly, including choir directors. It's very like pro-autistic.
It's a very neurodivergent cesspool.
Yeah. And you've just confirmed my theory.
We were literally
you just added more.
Talking about this before you came in here. Also, was that I think choir kind of ruined me a little bit because it's very don't move, stand still. You do not have a voice of your own. You are one of many. It's just like, oh no.
But there are elements about choir that really sing to people who are neurodivergent.
Yeah.
I think it is that structure and that, you know.
It was good, but also bad.
Yeah.
So we talked about mine. Alice, yours was you were a dancing queen.
Yeah, I danced for like 15 years. I have been on stage a long time and never had to say anything. It was great.
What did you dance? What was your...
I did ballet for 15 years, and then I did modern jazz and tap kind of sporadically throughout that. I also did... So fun fact about me, I was homeschooled and I went to, nobody ever does, that I went to a public high school. So I did do musical for 3 years, which was great. I loved doing that. I don't remember auditioning for a single one except for Grease. That memory's blocked out. I cannot remember auditioning for those.
Yeah.
I just was there and then I wasn't.
What years were you homeschooled?
Kindergarten through 8th grade.
Oh man, I wish this podcast was longer. I have so many questions.
Derails the whole show just to talk about being homeschooled.
If you want to come back, we'll have you.
Yeah, let's just go to
Matt
like
Brill's Alice one.
Public school madness. What? That's so. I mean, it's not strange. It's just strange to me. Like I've never met someone who was homeschooled. That's not true. I did meet someone who was homeschooled.
Were they weird though?
Oh yeah. But they were too weird to talk to.
They were the other type of homeschooler, right?
I don't think anyone's too weird to talk to. This person was.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what kind of person.
Yeah. That's crazy. Did you have any friends when you were younger?
There you go.
Is that sorry, that wasn't meant to be a joke.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't turn out weird, you know?
No, I'm a perfectly normal, well-adjusted adult with no trauma. Absolutely none.
Hey, you don't need to be homeschooled to get that.
It's true. This is very
no,
true.
it didn't come from that.
Anyway.
Do you want to just skip theater story?
Matt, what's your background?
No, let's skip and talk about our trauma.
Yay!
We've been waiting for that episode too.
That'll be 3 hours. My theater, I don't know. I've just done a bunch of shows.
Constant.
I got really into like amateur theater and I've done just a sprinkling of professional work on top.
Yeah.
Touring and stuff like that.
Like just like staged theater, like plays?
I've done plays. It's a lot of musical theater. So from like I don't know, like 14 till now, it's been like 2 or 3 every year.
That was going to be my question was, age-wise.
Like it was like one when I was 8, one when I was 10, and then when I was 14, it really hit. And by, it was probably 14 or 15 when I got my first lead role. I was like, all right, this is my life now. This is what I'm dedicating.
Stage.
Wow.
But there was a point there, and it's like there's a point where I'm like, hey, this could be work, and I tried to make it work professionally, and then I think it was when all the streaming and YouTube kicked off, I was like, you know what, I've got all this extra time. Yeah. Amateur theatre has gotten so fucking good, like especially in cities. Like if you can get in, you get your foot in the door with these big companies, it's such a good hobby to have.
It's really cool.
Yeah. This is one of the questions that I wanted to ask is, have you gotten recognized places?
Yeah, I mean, that like if you go to another show, almost always someone will come up and be like, oh, I saw you in blah, 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 because these people go everywhere.
Yeah.
Nothing substantial that I can like. I've been recognized for GMat for voice stuff in a Macca's drive-through. That was pretty sick.
That's interesting.
I know that guy.
Because like we said in one of our other podcasts, like I would get noticed in the grocery store and shit. But there was one time it was actually like 10 years later, and I was in a bar doing karaoke, and there was a person there, and he recognized me from Annie 10, 12 years before, and was like, oh my God, you were in Annie. Will you sing a song? And I was like, sure. And then like before that though, we were friends with the owner he was like, hey, I want to do a shot with you guys. And he got us shots of Rumpelmints to take. And they called my name for the song, like mid shoot.
Oh my God.
Of, 90 proof peppermint alcohol.
Did that make your voice fire?
It actually was pretty good. I hit a note I didn't know if I was going to be able to hit as an adult.
Nothing like hard booze to make your vocal cords just go.
They were awake, bitch. Firing on all cylinders. But like I went up, and I was already a little bit tipsy before that anyway. We're at a karaoke bar.
Yeah.
And I was like, little orphan Annie just had a shot of Rumpelmints. Bear with me.
Oh my God.
And then sang the song. It was a great time.
I also love that like the 60 other people in the bar were like, who the fuck's little
There were
orphan
like
Annie?
5 people in there. It was not a big bar. It was a Thursday, I think, was karaoke night. It was.
Can you imagine that if you at a karaoke night and a 23-year-old you don't know gets up and goes, a little orphan Annie just had a shot. And you're like, what the fuck is this?
No, that was great.
What is happening? What dimension have I stumbled into?
It's funny you say that because I just was talking to my mum yesterday, and it's the same thing, like small town. I came from a small town and did theatre there. And my mum was doing this. She works at a school, and they were having this Mother's Day luncheon thing. So she's there, and she's having lunch, and she was like, I sat down, and this lady came up and said, are you Matt's mum? And blah, 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 blah. And this girl she was sitting opposite was like, oh, I did theatre with Matt. And then some other lady came in and said, I'm Matt's mum. And she's like, I'm more than just your mum. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you, mum. And it's all for theatre that I did, 10 years ago now. It's not for any of my real accomplishments.
They're still accomplishments. I think they count. If anything, maybe more so as a child, because you got weird shit going on up in there. It's amazing that I could focus on anything, let alone remember an entire show's worth of lines.
Dude, I don't know how I ever memorized anything. Yeah. I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, did you guys do just dog shit at school? Or was that just me?
No. I did really well until high school. Fuck. But again, trauma. Trauma took a nosedive.
You had a lot of reasons, Jess.
I did.
Could I swear? Should I not swear?
No. Yeah. We swear all the time. Sweet. This is explicit.
Fuck.
No, I was just I was horse shit at school. I was so focused on theatre. I ended up with a very, very low ATAR.
Oh, so you took the actual theatre kid route.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was part of the thing, though, for me, too. It's like when I actually got into high school, whenever things got difficult anyway, like I had to choose between theater and soccer because every practice is always at the exact same goddamn time every day. So it was like, well, exercise is pretty important. Plus, Alice and I talked about this a little bit beforehand, but they started doing shows that I was like, I don't really want to do that show.
Brigadoon.
My senior year was Once Upon a Mattress, and I was just like, I don't want to fucking do that.
That was my freshman year, was Once Upon a Mattress.
I don't want to fucking do that
fucking high school show.
Yeah.
Because we had just done Grease and Footloose, so I was like 2 really big like name drop shows, and then they're like, let's do Once Upon a Mattress, and I was like,
Yeah.
No.
Let's not sell any tickets.
Yeah. It was, nobody wanted to see that one. It was like my whole time in high school, it was Once Upon a Mattress, which I did, and I was in ensemble, and I was happy because I also did not want to kiss the kid that was the main guy. I was like, I don't think I'll get Winifred, but I also don't want Winifred because I don't want to kiss that
Nobody
kid.
ever wants to kiss the guy in high school, so no one wants to kiss her. Why is the only guy who can sing always such a fucking creep?
Yeah, he was nice, but it was like, yeah, no, thank you. I'd rather not. And then it was Oliver, and then it was Seussical, and then it was, which Alice, you would be excited by, but it was Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah, but you told me how bad that production was.
God, so we had no male singers, my dude. And there's also no good parts for women.
It's an all-male show.
That's a weird choice for a school. Yeah. When they're like, look at our students. Let's do the man show.
Well, part of the thing, they had to think about all the shows they did, too, because they did all district musicals. So it was every school, no matter what grade, every age, could audition for this musical, and everybody got in automatically. So you needed shows that had a lot of small children somewhere. And the first one was Annie. There were goddamn orphans everywhere.
Oh my God.
There were so many goddamn orphans.
There were so many damn orphans everywhere.
Ticket selling orphans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing Seussical right now.
Oh, shit.
I never wanted to do Seussical.
Oh, I was going to say, can we take a moment to talk about how fucking good Seussical is?
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's dope. Except that it's like there's one kid in the show, and I'm not used to doing shows with kids.
Oh, yeah.
You have to watch all your language.
Well, that's it. And we'll have to have working with children's checks and all this stuff because there's one 10-year-old boy who plays the 10-year-old boy. And the whole, I keep, if they want to get a swear jar. Because it's all this, like, the Horton part is all this fucking tongue time. Like, there's who's here, there, who's here, her. And I kept going, like, here's who's, fuck. And they're like, Matt. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry, Lucas. Here's who's, shitballs. This poor kid.
You're like, welcome to adulthood, child. This is how you act in theater.
And he's like, that's okay. That's what my dad sounds like.
Then why is it a problem?
Right? Fine.
His dad's the director as well.
Oh. It was definitely risky doing all of like high school kids and then like little kids. And we did Annie, we did Into the Woods, and we did Wizard of Oz that I did. So again, also Munchkins, goddamn everywhere.
Munchkins all over the place.
Everywhere.
When I did Wizard of Oz in high school, I played the Scarecrow.
Classic.
And there was this bit, you know that bit where they're arguing about something, and then she goes, "Here you go, Scarecrow. Fucking taste fire," or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what the line is that she says?
I
Do you know what it is?
Remember.
Fucking whatever it is. She says some pun about fire, and then she's meant to like throw fire at the Scarecrow, and this lady had like pyrotechnic something in her wrist, so she would shoot. It would shoot just like one of those cotton bud fire things.
Yeah.
It would shoot fire at my head. But it's
they
meant
had
to
real fire.
Oh yeah, but it's like a flash paper. So
okay.
It's supposed to go
it
away.
Looks like a fireball.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes towards me and it always go out. But I'm covered in hay.
Yeah, that's
from
scary.
Head to toe. And it landed like, I went like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And then I stood there. And then I was going to deliver my next line. And then the lion jumps on me and just starts pelting me on the top of the head. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then we did the scene. I was like, what happened? And he goes, you were on fire.
Oh my God.
So apparently just like the top of my head was just like
a little
flames.
Sizzle. Oh no.
Little flames coming off.
Honestly, being in the audience, I would have been like,
incredible.
Somebody put him out.
Incredible.
Somebody put him out.
Yeah, no, we had a lot. With Wizard of Oz, you had pyrotechnics. Meanwhile, this might be part of my tornado fear also, by the way. Again, I did Wizard of Oz. I was Dorothy. Our house was just, a big wood plank on wheels that had styrofoam walls. It had a wooden, shitty little fake bed. And whenever it was supposed to be the tornado scene, I was sitting in there, and then there'd be one person on each like back corner, and they would just spin that motherfucker as fast as they could. And it almost fell over one time, and there was nothing for me to hold on to. I'm
God.
Just spinning inside this styrofoam death box. So that was great.
That's a good name for a band, Styrofoam Death Box.
You know, that's true.
Have you done anything with live animals?
Yeah. I did Annie with the dog. I was actually, that was when I was like 12, and I was the police officer who comes and takes the dog, and that was so goddamn stressful. But we had to do it like where the owner of the dog was the other cop, was like my side cop. So we had no lines except to get the dog.
Oh God.
But the dog never did anything. Luckily, the dog never did anything weird. There was a dog in Wizard of Oz as well, but the dogs were better than most of the people. Did you have a dog for? Oh fuck! And I can't.
Annie and Wizard of Oz. We had both.
Can't imagine being Dorothy with a real dog. That's the most stressful.
Have a picture. It was the smallest, teeny tiniest little puppy.
Oh my God!
Everybody thought it wasn't real because the damn thing slept the entire time until the poppy scene, directly before intermission in Act 1, where I was holding the dog. And we were talking about, looking at the poppy fields, and it woke up and it peed on me.
Classic.
Okay.
Kept going. What else are you going to do? And then, I had to lay down with the dog in a piss dress. Just like, be like, everything's fine. Dress. And then, there was no time. We didn't have another costume. They sprayed me with Febreze, and I did Act 2.
Oh, my God.
It just
laid down with this big yellow piss stain on your dress.
No, it wasn't. I don't think you could see it at all. I was just like, I'm wet.
Okay, that's good. I just imagined a big how like it dries, but you can still see like the outline of where it did piss. Yeah.
Oh.
And you're like, it was just some poppy sap. Do poppies have sap?
I don't know. They have opium.
You're the zoologist. Fucking.
With Annie, it was quite funny because, the dog is named Sandy. Our dog was not Sandy. We had to take that line out because it was a black lab that was another student's seizure dog. Was
that's like
was Sandy.
Yeah, not a Sandy.
Should you take another kid's seizure dog?
He was in the play, so it was okay. Like, he was there too.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just like, hey, we got to do this play. We're gonna cast your EpiPen as the dog. Thank you. We'll take that.
But he did. There was one performance. It was during the whole thing where you're supposed to be talking to the dog, like right after you found it, before the officers come get it. And I'm doing my little monologue, and the dog walks away from me into the audience. No. And I gotta go get it.
I'm acting. I'm in character. Please, for the love of God,
like, no,
show
please
some respect.
Back.
Dude, I got away for so many years with not having to like work with real animals on stage.
Did you ever have to?
All of my animals were like children.
Oh, that's good.
I got away with it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Are there any modern musicals that have animals on stage? Because I feel like people learnt just not to do that.
Is there a real horse in Equus?
Wow, yeah. I guess so. Oh, is there?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Is it a puppet?
Is that the one?
I know Warhorse uses a puppet.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, those are really the only two.
Is that the one where Daniel Radcliffe was in it?
Yeah, naked.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Naked. Yeah. With these. Yeah. Does he fuck a horse in that show?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
I'm pretty sure he fucks a horse.
I think it's implied.
Which seems like a weird plot.
Maybe, is that why he's naked? Could be.
Yeah, because he wants to fuck the horse.
Because he's going to fuck a horse.
I think it's like implied, and then the lights go down, and then they quickly flash back up, and they're in full doggy style, and then
just a quick flash.
And then bows.
God. They're on a very tasteful, swinging little platform. It's Spring Awakening style. Everybody's singing around them in a circle.
And the horse is fingering Daniel Radcliffe.
Jesus.
I just learnt the other day how visceral the word fingering is.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I can understand.
I've been whipping it out so much. It just it kills the conversation.
Following up the word fingering with whipping it out was a really power move of you right there. Yeah. I can tell the coffee's kicking in.
Oh yeah.
It's happening.
I have an Annie story.
Yeah.
It's not dog related, but so this was before I got into musicals. I was just there for the social aspect, and I played that dude with the cop. And then I also played the guy who pushes around the president. And before the lights come up, we like come on stage to get ready, and the tech person wheeled him out instead of me to put him in place.
Yeah.
And I was like, sure, okay. And then he put the brakes on the wheelchair, which I didn't realize, and none of us had ever done it, so I didn't know where they were. I had to turn them off. So when it came to wheeling him off stage, I went to push him and he didn't move. And my full like 13, 12-year-old panic didn't go, all right, let's turn the brake, like find the brakes. I just pushed as hard as I can and squeeze.
I was going to say if there was a noise. Oh my God.
That's so much funnier though.
So I'm just pushing him and the wheels aren't moving. And he's just going across the kind of slippery stage. Just incredible. And the audience burst out with laughter.
Oh,
and
no.
I did not smile. I was like red and had tears in my eyes. Yep. It wasn't laughter I could enjoy.
I love a prop failure. There's something about a prop failure that really just brings life to theater.
It's so good.
Jessica, do you have a prop failure? I think I have one.
No, I think in Into the Woods, our milky white cow fell over once. But I mean, also a cow carved out of multiple things of styrofoam and placed on wheels. So I mean, it was likely to fall down. But I think that's about it.
Milky White Fails is my favorite YouTube compilation.
There's a whole Tumblr thing too of just like low budget Milky Whites, and it's absolutely incredible.
Do you have a prop fail, Alice?
Well, it's less of a prop fail and more of a costume fail. I do believe I've talked about it before, actually, on the podcast with my small child friend playing the crocodile in Peter Pan. And she has a headpiece. That's the actual crocodile. And one night while we were I think it was during one of the nights we were actually performing and not just like a rehearsal, the headpiece fell off at some point. It just fell off on the ground. And she's like 5. So when something happens, they're just like,
I'm done.
Now I'm embarrassed because my shit's not working. And she just looks at me and I'm like, all right, let's keep rolling. Like, come on, like come over here because I'm supposed to pick her up. And she's like almost in tears by the time she gets over to me. I'm like, everything's going to be fine, Aiden, just relax. And I do our whole shenanigans and get her off stage. And then I have to like dramatically run back on stage as Captain Hook before the lights go out and just grab this head as fast as possible because the transition when the lights are off is not enough time for me to grab it. So I was like,
now or never.
I gotta act the whole time back and on and off stage as if this is the scariest thing in the world because I'm terrified of the crocodile. It's Captain Hook. I was like, this is silly. This is the silliest thing I've ever done, is pretend to fight something that's a headdress. It's a headdress.
Covering fails on stage is just as funny as the fails.
Yeah.
And you're like, fucking what am I going to do? What the fuck am I going to do?
I agree. This is where your improv skills really need to kick into gear. And sometimes I'm not good at it. I had a strap break, like a clear strap on a costume break, and I like panicked. I just like couldn't think straight. And it was really obvious. I watched the footage back now and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Alice, why couldn't you just be cool?
Keep it together.
And
it's like make or break, fight or flight.
Yeah, it was just like pure panic. The problem is that it kept whacking me in the face and then it would hit the other dancer in the face. And I was like, guys, this is not working. So I had one spot where I like got to sit down and there was someone behind me and she just like fiddled it back in.
What a legend. Don't you love it when someone jumps in to help you?
Oh my God, it's incredible.
Yes,
it's so often where everyone's just staring at you like you're fucked and I'm doing nothing about it. But then some hero comes in and is like doing a dance and then they grab your thing and they tie it up and they move on and you're like, oh, I'm going to give you everything I own as a thank you for saving me in front of 500 people.
Yeah, I did. The only thing with that I had is, again, after the fucking poppies in Wizard of Oz, because we used one of the soap bubble machines for the poppy effect, which, looked great, but now everything is slippery as all get out. And I was going off stage after the jitterbug, and we had to, dance in between the curtains. I slipped and almost ate shit. I got pretty close to the ground, but luckily whoever was dancing off like a few feet behind me like rushed over and was like, it's fine. It's also lucky that I didn't curse into my microphone, as I was
oh my God,
wrestling off stage as Dorothy.
It's not an embarrassing story about me, but I just, when you're talking about fucking slipping over, I remember Bruce, who appears occasionally on stream, who used to live in our granny flat, we were doing West Side Story in high school. And I was playing Riff and he was playing Bernardo because he's from the Philippines, and they were like, that's close enough.
Oh my God.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh
everyone remembers 2008.
It's true. Yeah.
So we're doing the knife fight scene or whatever, and he stabs me and I die, and then Tony comes in and stabs him. And when he gets stabbed, that's a lot quicker. Riff's death's more of a big deal. But then when they stab him, he kind of just gets stabbed, and he's meant to fall backwards like into his group, and people are meant to catch him. Nobody caught him, and his head went, the back of his head went bang on this like wooden stage floor. He fell like he was doing a trust fall and just went doof. And then obviously we're dead, so we're not in Act 2, but I was sitting there with him backstage and he was just like staring on the corner of the room like, are you good, bro?
Oh no.
He was staring.
Yeah, you can get a concussion from that.
Yeah.
It's like, Bruce, are you good? Bruce, and he was like, oh. Like he was fucked up, just sitting there drinking Yakult.
I need you to know that one of my favorite incidences that ever happened with me receiving an injury while dancing was there was one modern piece that we did that was kind of like a crazy voodoo swamp witch thing that we did. It was great. It was super fun. It was really short and it took my breath away, and I fucking hated how hard it was, but it looked cool. Mm-hmm. But at the end, there's a segment where we're around my friend Bethany, and she's doing all these like really aggressive like jumps and kicks and stuff, and I go down like I'm supposed to, and she donkey kinks like she's supposed to, just like full push out with her legs, nailed me right in the head during one of our rehearsals, and I just kept dancing, but everybody saw and they went, oh my God, are you okay? And we finally like got down because I have to like fold in half backwards, and I laid there and waited, and then the music stopped, and I was like, ah! She just cleared, like knocked me. I had a little bit of a bruise on my eyebrow from it. I was like, damn, girl. I didn't realize you were so strong.
I had for improv on stage, I was doing Beauty and the Beast, and
you did improv Beauty and the Beast?
Oh yeah.
That seems like a lot of fun.
I was Lumiere, and I was chatting with my friend who was playing Cogsworth. And in this scene, they're going like, talking about the castle. This is like the second time they show up in the show. And then Mrs. Potts is meant to charge on stage in the middle of one of my lines and go, coming through, or whatever she fucking says to bust onto stage. And I get up to that line, I'm like, and she doesn't come on. And I was like, God. And then we just had to, and the media teacher who was filming, I thought it felt like 4 minutes of improv, but he said it was 75 seconds, which is a fucking long time.
Yeah, that's really long.
From me being like, where it's from then 75 seconds of us being like, the castle is so scary. Like, just the worst improv you've ever fucking heard, and just dripping with sweat, the instant sweat coming down my head. I was like, oh God. I'm like, is she ever, you don't know if she's ever going to come as well. Mm-hmm. So you're trying to think of a way out of this fucking bit. And you know when you're like, you're doing a show in high school and it's just the biggest deal in the world. Yeah. And I remember, I was such a dick. I remember going backstage, I was like, if you ever do that again, like some fucking diva bullshit, because I was sweating between my toes.
I really love when those happen.
Oh, fucking, I still kind of hate her.
Oh no.
All these years.
If I saw her again, I'd be like, oh yeah, I still think about that twice a week.
Oh my God.
It's my fever dream.
I think one of the goofiest things I ever saw was that it snows in the Nutcracker. I don't know if you know that. Yeah. But there's a scene where it snows. And they can do it in several different ways. We used paper. So they had the paper in the net, and you drop it, and it snows, whole shebang. So one night they were testing it, and all the dancers were like, oh my God, let's go play in the snow, because it's just fucking paper. And our tech lead lost their fucking mind on them, yelled at them so aggressively, and I was like up in the back trying to get different gels for the lights, so I just like heard the screaming and was like, I'm really glad I did not go get involved in that, because it looked really fun, and now everyone's getting screamed at. We're about to sweep it up anyway.
I'm such a fucking dick with... I hate authority in general, and especially when you're doing amateur theater, when you get yelled at, I just see red immediately. I think every single show where someone has come out and yelled at me, I've done my speech that I have ready to go, where I'm like, hey, we're all volunteers, none of us are getting paid, don't ever fucking yell at me again. or I'll fucking walk away. Like whatever thing that it's all like these dot points that I rattle off when some tech guy comes up and yells at me. And I'm like, cool down. All right.
Yeah.
I'm 10 years older than you. Fucking cool down.
Well, I think the worst of it is that it was all students. Like it's an entirely student run production. So it's like, I understand why the tech person could be upset because they're trying to get a good grade, but like also everyone else is trying to get a good grade. Relax. Like you're losing your shit.
You're all in it together. No one needs to,
you're doing theater at Ball State. Relax.
There's never any reason to yell unless I'm the one who's yelling because someone didn't come on stage. You know, okay, then it's totally fine. No, it's super not fine as well. When I yelled at Mrs. Potts, like immediately I was like walking away in a rage, like that was not okay that I did that. But I don't have the capacity to apologize right now.
I don't think I had anybody mess anything up for me, like during anything. Aside from the people who almost tipped me out of the spinning house. Like, I was mad at them. But that's about it, I think.
I did almost make Sandy late for her quick change in Greece. Ooh. Like, I was a part of her quick change. We would both go off stage, and my job was to strip her and dress her.
Yeah.
And we were struggling with one of her shoes because it had a buckle on it. And I was like, why did we agree to buckles? We don't need buckles. This is stupid. And they couldn't get her wig pinned because she has to go from straight hair to curly hair. Mm-hmm. And they couldn't get it pinned correctly. So she's almost late to her cue to get back on stage. And she knows the wig's not secure. So she runs out there. It starts to come off. And she's just like, fuck it. Rips the whole thing off. And I was like, all right, girl. Go off. Looks great.
I had to do the only quick change I even had to do also was in Wizard of Oz, because there's the moment where all of a sudden the red slippers are supposed to be on me, and it was so not smooth. They just like had me standing over there, and they were like, all right, we're gonna crowd again so many goddamn munchkins, as many munchkins as could be around my feet, and the kids were gonna change my shoes. It didn't work that well.
But they do that. That's like their classic one. I think that we did the same one. I think every high school does that thing.
It was just a mess.
Because there's so much time.
Yeah.
Like all you have to do is take your shoes off, and then you put like 6-year-olds in charge of it. And I'm like, even if we had 10 minutes, this wouldn't fucking work.
Bonking shoes on the floor really loud. I'm like, bro, please.
You're putting it on, your pinky toes sticking out, and you're like, fuck, just, Jesus Christ.
Yep. They don't have good enough hand-eye coordination for this.
Couldn't be me. I need you to know that Rockin' Robin has traumatized me indefinitely, because the length of that song was one of my quick changes. I had the entirety of that like performance of children dancing to get out of, I think it was out of ballet into jazz, or the other way around. I think it was the other way around because I had to put point shoes on. Oh. That always takes way too long.
Yeah.
So it was like changing tights, changing costume, changing shoes in the exact length of Rockin' Robin. I was like, why did we do this? This was a terrible choice. I hate this song. It gives me anxiety.
It's also just a shit song.
Yeah, no, I agree.
On top of it, it's shit. I don't want to hear it anymore.
We didn't have the budget for costume changes. We only had one Dorothy dress, and I wore that pea dress the whole time.
I've done Hairspray a bunch of times because I like playing Edna. I do it. That's the one I've done more than anything else.
And I've never seen that show.
It's really good. In this song, Welcome to the 60s, so in the context of the show, she takes her mum to the thing, and then in the middle of the show, the mum, me, goes off with the stylist person, and in like, it's only like 30 seconds of music, you do a quick change, and you get into a full, from like crappy like a muumuu into like a dress and heels and makeup and new hair, and you come out and she's like, woo. Then she starts singing. It's dope, but it's such a small quick change, and every single time I've done that show, it's a goddamn nightmare. And one time they were doing eyelashes, like, and you stand there whilst people like put clothes on you, and someone's putting fake eyelash glue on. No. And I remember once my eye was glued shut, and I was like, I'm not going to make it for this change. I'm so fucking scared. But before I come out, the lead, Tracy Turnblad, comes out, and she falls off the thing she comes out of, twists her ankle. Oh, no. And the show goes into a close. Like they said, we're going to take an early interval. And I'm standing backstage with my eye glued shut going, thank fuck she fell. Because I was like, there's no way I was going to make it out.
And that's real theater right there for you, kids.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Speaking of Hairspray.
Oh my God.
Not even related to the show, but I remembered a prop thing that I didn't remember before. So when we did Into the Woods, I was Little Red. I was supposed to have a basket of bread. They got us real bread for some reason. We had real bread. Everybody kept eating out the middle of the bread, like the soft part.
Sorry, eating out the middle made me laugh.
I know. I didn't know a better way to say it.
There's a lot of borderline isms in this.
I didn't know a better way to phrase that. They would just pick out the middle of the bread and eat it. And our directors got so mad that they hairsprayed all of the loaves of bread that were left rock hard. And then people would start like fighting with them, like having sword fights with baguettes because they were.
Oh my God.
I like the way that children adapt.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's
you ruin one fun, they'll find another fun.
I don't know why it even mattered. It's also, I think it was the same loaves of bread for a while. So why did we keep eating that? That was old bread at one point. But hey,
oh my God.
You know, but they couldn't even tell. The outside was fine.
Did you guys ever eat on stage? Because I had like one scene I did Charlie Brown, which was my first musical, and I had one solo, and they had to change it because I was not a soprano. Anyway, the voice crack. You feel me, right, Matt?
Oh yeah.
So I got to eat like a PB&J sandwich every single night on stage at about middle of the show, so it was like perfect.
Yeah.
Where we're like at the swing sets, and it's just like me and one other person on stage while, you know, the actual characters are acting. We're just there. We're just there as bodies. Like, we don't do anything except interact and mime in the background. So every night I got to eat an Uncrustable on stage. It was fucking incredible.
I am so fucking scared of eating on stage. I did one show at uni. I wrote a musical for my course, and it's just like a one-act thing. And it was me on stage, and then sort of surrounding the stage as people, the instruments. The people playing the music were the ones who did phone calls. So I only spoke to people through the phone or on the radio or like whatever. So that was their thing. They were on mics and they would do that. Anyway, so the show starts and I'm like, I'm making a sandwich on stage while I'm talking to somebody on the phone and I'm doing the thing. And for whatever reason, I decided to get like multigrain with like seeds in it.
Oh.
And I was doing it and I was eating the sandwich. I'm talking and I'm doing the thing and I kind of choke a little bit and I've got a seed just like wedged in my throat. And I was like, and it's making my voice go weird. It was in such a weird place. And I was like, and this is, I'd done one song, there was another, and I go into the other song. So in the context of the show, I'm always playing the instrument and the show's in the context of the universe. It's not like a musical where it's like, and now we're dancing and singing and fuck. And I go to do the thing and I'm like, I can't sing. It's like it's blocked some airway or like nothing's coming out. And eventually, like it started the verse and it was just dog shit. It was like nothing was coming out. And then I just went, and like cleared it. And then it was fine. But during that time, that like 30 seconds where I couldn't sing, all that was going through my head was, what the fuck do I do? How do I get out of this? There's like 6 songs in this act. And it was just full fucking panic. It's not even a funny, embarrassing story. It was just pure fear.
God. Okay, but as an audience member, I like when you're singing poorly, be like, oh, is that intentional? And then for you to like hack up half a lung, I would have lost my fucking mind. That would have been so funny.
Yeah. I got a couple of stories, but no smooth transition into them.
All right, and
we rarely have a smooth transition.
In Assassins, this isn't so embarrassing for me, but at the like peak of the show, John Wilkes Booth is giving a speech to Lee Harvey Oswald, because that's how they, in this universe, I don't know how they get in the same universe, but he's talking about assassins and killing the president and blah, blah, blah. And it's like an 8-minute scene where he's rattling off to Lee Harvey Oswald why he should kill, who did he shoot?
Abraham Lincoln.
No. Who did Lee Harvey Oswald shoot?
I know you're not an American,
Kennedy.
but I feel like that's common knowledge.
I'm just so bad with names. So he's telling why he should kill Kennedy, and he's rattling off. He's like, you could be in the history books, John Wilkes Booth, blah 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 blah, and then Lee Harvey Oswald's meant to go, Lee Harvey Oswald. Like he's meant to say his name. It's meant to be some big dramatic moment. And we're all on stage with him, like staring him down as the different assassins across history. And he goes, John Wilkes Booth, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, Lee Harvey Oswald's. And when he said Oswald's, I just clammed up. I was like, oh, fuck. That's the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard in my goddamn life. And nobody else on stage registered that he said Oswald's. And I was like, fuck.
I would have been right there with you. I swear to God.
Trying everything in my power to keep that laughter in. And I think my next line was something like, that's crazy. Just trying to keep this thing pushed down.
There is nothing I find funnier than people trying really hard not to laugh on stage. That is my kryptonite. That shit's so funny. Oh my
God, it's so good. And just a slight mispronunciation. Nothing crazy, just a little bit.
And when it's just nothing but like, he's like, this is it. This is my moment. It's amateur theater. And he's like, I'm going for this. Mm-hmm. Lee Harvey Oswald's. Fucking kills me when people take it. When people are really going for it, trying seriously.
Yeah,
I did that in the show I did with Beck, the one where she won the award, and I got nominated.
Wow, fancy man.
So, in the context, it's called the Great American Trailer Park Musical. In the context of the show, I'm married to Beck, and I'm cheating on Beck with this lady in the show, and it's a bit of a farce. And then in the end, I'm gonna leave the mistress, and everyone's like connecting. Anyways, so she goes into the trailer and it's like, come in when you can, because I've basically got to say goodbye to my mistress. But this moment is like an emotional beat where I have to turn around and see the mistress there, and just in a glance and a look and a nod and whatever, you got to be like, you know, like conveying all these messages of like I'm sorry, this is the way it has to. And she's got to be like, it's okay, I know what you got to do. All these different emotional beats. Except when I step up the stairs to go to the trailer park door, I trip on the top stair, and it's just dead silence. It's me walking up to the trailer park door to go trip. Oh my fuck! God. And the audience, I just hear, oh. Because it's not a big theater. This is an intimate show, and I'm holding the door and I'm like, all right, I got to turn around now and give her that glance of all these emotional beats. And I just turned around like, like had this smile on my face, like shit happens. Yeah. And she's like, and the audience knew exactly what was going on. And the second I turned around to like give her that look of, thank you for everything. I'll see you later. The audience just fucking lost their minds, and I just. The sound of like a trip
or something just that you know is not supposed to be there in a quiet theater. It's so loud.
Taking slow steps up the stairs, just fuck it. And you can hear it. I was wearing like steel toe boots, and they just went clonk clonk.
Oh, amazing.
And I was like, well, there goes the final emotional moment of the show. Turned around with a fucking stupid look on my face.
I have one final question for you if you have no more stories.
Yeah, I got loads, but it's just too much.
What is a song from any show that you wish you could perform?
Oh, damn. You know, I've been pretty lucky with getting to do pretty much everything I've wanted to do so far.
Yeah.
You know what? I do have an answer. I've always wanted to play Thénardier in Les Mis. Haven't done Les Mis yet, and I'd love to do Master of the House. But I would like to do Master of the House with Beck as Madame Thénardier. I think we'd be a solid combo. I think that'd be a lot of fun to do that with her.
That's a good answer. Les Mis is a fucking classic. The one that got away for me was I was supposed to be Elaine in Arsenic and Old Lace, and my dad was actually supposed to be Jonathan, the big scary bad guy, which would have been amazing, but it was my brother's wedding, like the weekend of one of the performances, and my mom was like, you better not. I was like, fuck.
But your dad still did it?
So sad.
No, he didn't do it either. He was like, you guys cannot do that. Also, the guy who was playing Cary Grant was pretty attractive and was like, hey, I would kiss you, sir. This is fun.
That's so funny.
My answer would have been like Cellophane, but I got to do Cellophane finally last year. Nice. And I've always wanted to do Chicago and do Cellophane. Yeah, dude. And I feel like so many people just do it wrong. Everyone always plays Amos like he's been kicked by a fucking horse.
Yeah.
Like he's just totally inept. And I'm like,
he's a little angry. Like there's a little bit more to
so
him.
much you can pull out of that. And I did it. And the response I got was just outstanding. I feel like that's one of the, like every show you do, you're like, oh, okay, that was fun. Or like, I feel like I did a good job. I really like over the top egomaniac kind of feel like I really left everything.
Nailed it.
One of the ones I'm just like, I've left everything out there. I've done it. I did exactly what I wanted to do, and I was proud and happy about it all. That was a fucking banger. I loved doing that song every night.
I'm so glad that you said Chicago, because my answer is Cell Block Tango from Chicago.
Yeah.
It is such a powerful song, and as a dancer, that shit's fantastic. That whole show is fucking incredible.
It's a banger.
I love it. I think that getting to do literally as long as I'm not having to do the Russian girls bits, because I don't speak Russian fluently. I think I'd be good.
You'd be good. I was gonna ask you which one you wanted to be.
Honestly, any of them. I don't care.
Because, I mean, I'd rather be the second girl. You know, there's some guys just can't hold their arsenic. If we're choosing
That's what I was going to say.
She's a badass bitch.
But I also like the one where she says he saw himself as alive and I saw him dead.
Yeah.
I love that line. That was great.
It's Pop or the arsenic
one of those.
For me. They're incredible.
I like the stab.
He ran into my knife.
Like the way he's like, I ran into my knife 10 times. So I like that one. That
one just gives me that visceral feeling of, I know you'll relate to this. If you playing GTA and you're usually shooting people, it's fine, it's fun, whatever. But there's that one time you're like, I'm gonna try a knife, and then you're like, too real.
Yeah, when it's like, bah, bah,
I don't feel
like,
good about
Christ.
this anymore.
This has gone from fun to like full on.
Yeah, a little bit much.
Especially when you accidentally do it, like you just walk past some lady in the street and you're like, what's the button to jump? And you're like, I'm so sorry. And you're like, oh, what do I do to help her? So I stabbed her in the gut. Oh, God.
I did not want to do this. Yeah.
Have you ever called the ambulance in-game? You feel that bad?
No. Run. No witnesses.
Beautiful. I'm really glad that that's our ending.
No, I have one more question.
So that's our ending.
Alice, I swear to God.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
By the way, that was a great I just did a radio thing for Susical yesterday morning, and the guy was such dog shit. He asked the worst questions I've ever heard.
I feel like I'd be a great interviewer. I feel like I asked random ass questions. That was a good. His was just such local radio bullshit.
He was like, so did you have fun auditioning? I'm like, bro, the show's in 4 weeks. Let's talk about the show. We're well past the audition. Yeah. I was also in there with the kid who was playing the boy and his dad, the director, and he asked a question about like nepotism. And I was like, he's 10. Leave, like... And I had to like jump in and be like, just so we're clear,
oh my God.
he got the role from merit. He did a great job.
Jesus
there were 4
Christ.
other people who had to make the decision. It so happens that he's the director's son. I didn't say, I was a lot nicer about it. I'm like, he's doing a solid job, and I'm really happy. We're very happy. We're very lucky to have him as the 10-year-old, because
he's like, I'd like to roast this child who's just turned 10 and has no idea what nepotism even means.
It was just sort of, it was more like do you is it easier getting into roles when your dad's a director? And I was like, why are you asking him this question, you fuckwit?
Good Lord.
Anyways, sorry.
That's
sorry,
amazing.
interrupted.
I'm happy to provide you with a decent question.
I wanted to ask, I mean, I guess it's kind of 2, but it's if you had any weird pre-show like rituals or what's the fucking word? Something that you think is gonna like jinx something else.
Like a superstition?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Superstitions or like weird pre-show rituals.
This is a 2-part answer.
Yeah.
I was doing a show with Ben, who we're just about to start a new podcast. Me and Ben, Bachelors of Art. And we said something or did something that some lady was like, that's bad luck. And she was like, come with me. And she's like, both of you need to come outside. You need to spin 3 circles and you need to say whatever you have to say to remove the thing. And I remember Ben just like looked at her and said, fuck off. And he was just so short with her. He didn't say fuck off. He said something to that effect that was really short. Yeah. And I was like, that was amazing. I never would have thought to say that. I would have just gone outside. And it was the funniest thing that ever, like, because we were in the middle of like, all right, so when we go out, we got to do this. We got to, like, we were having a production meeting about the show that's going on in 10 minutes. And this fucking idiot wants us to go outside and spin in circles.
I would just done as she said.
But pre-show rituals, Aiden and I, every time Aiden and I do a show together, I always have a guitar and we'll do, I would walk 500 miles. I would walk, but I always we make up the lyrics. And he echoes me. So I go, when I bet and I know I'm gonna suck your motherfucking stupid cunt. And he echoes everything that I say. and we try to get as many people involved as we can. Everyone comes through. And so when we get to the chorus, it's like a 3-part harmony. People are going, I would walk 500 miles. That's the only like actual ritual I mean, there's always the warm-ups, but fucking that's the ritual. Oh, and I don't eat. That's just a weird thing that I
at all really ever during the day. No, like I have lunch and then go right up until the end of the show.
That's about what I did for dance because I don't want to be on stage for 2 hours like with a full stomach.
I could not. My stomach lets it be known whenever she's empty. But we did this thing before shows where anytime you saw somebody before the show started, like you're in dress, you're ready, you're behind stage. Anytime you saw someone, you had to do pinky sex, or it was terrible luck. So you had to take the other person's pinky, and then it was like a pinky swear, but really aggressive. Like people would pull and like really go to town. On each other's pinkies.
Rail each other's fingers.
Yeah, and it was just like anytime you made eye contact.
come back around to fingering is what you're saying.
Yes, we come full circle. You made eye contact with somebody, you did pinky sex with them. It was like necessary.
Wow.
We're definitely not going to be able to do it for this show with a kid.
Yeah. No pinky
maybe we can
sex.
do it quietly in our... Yeah, no pinky sex, no 500 miles, fuck, cunt, piss, none of that.
I didn't have nearly that much interesting stuff going on where I lived because I grew up in a cornfield. But, I mean, my least favorite thing that we had was, like, the day before our shows, we'd wear one of our costumes to class for the whole day. And I was like, I don't want to wear a costume all day.
Awful.
But we did. So that was never great. But one of our warm-ups I really enjoyed was one of the ones where it's almost like toss the ball. So you would start with a sound and you would do the do re mi scale, but you'd have to like pass it to another person, and then you and him have to say it, and then you add the third person, and 3 of you have to do it, and so you get the whole circle going, and then you have to go back.
I don't like those. So it's too much to remember.
But the thing is that it was supposed to like help break your nerve because it starts out really serious, but then as you like build, it gets goofier because you're gonna forget where you're at and everything. So it was kind of a nerve busting thing to do.
I will get irrationally angry at the people who try to do the one where you try to count to 10 without 2 people saying the number at the same time.
Fucking hell. Have you ever done that in one go? That's an easy way to make a bunch of people lose their fucking minds. Like falling to the ground and weeping.
No, that feels like playing Pico Part, okay? That's equivalent.
There was something else I was gonna say and I got distracted.
Sorry.
Oh, because we knew you were a local theater man, and it was one of the jokes from the GMat podcast that's, can we please stop talking about local theater? So that's part of why this whole thing had to happen in the first place.
Oh, I should have worn my fucking... But it was a lot of merch with the...
Yeah.
Let's not talk about local theater. I wear that to rehearsals all the time. And people are like, that's so funny. Where'd you get that? I'm like, I made it.
It's mine.
I did
it. I feel like if we ever got a merch line, ours would say, Alice, stop talking about the Muppets.
No, we need a bingo card. That's what we're going to do is if we ever get more people to listen to it.
There's like 9 subjects we cannot get away from. We managed to go this whole episode without talking about Muppets. I would like to say that's a record. Because that is a great form of theater.
I've never seen anything Muppets related. I've never seen a Muppets movie. I've never... Oh, shit.
Matt!
Jesus, fuck.
I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind.
I agree with the sentiment.
I missed it when I was a kid.
Do you have a Disney Plus? Do you have Disney Plus?
Yeah. Oh, no, I just canceled it because it didn't have anything worth watching on it.
You bitch. Go get it back. Go watch Muppets Treasure Island. That's the only one you need to watch because it has... Tim Curry as a hot pirate in it. It is your sexual awakening. You didn't even know it. Okay? I'm telling you.
Beck loves Tim Curry.
Yeah.
So you have no excuse.
Beck's probably seen it. So she would have seen it just for Tim Curry.
Yeah. No, that's like one of his best roles. So
that's something horrible is happening inside of me. TikTok sound. Watching that as a 9-year-old, like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Puppetry is one of my favorite forms of theater. So.
It's true.
I'm probably a little too close to it. I'm a little biased, I have to say.
Anyway, this has been Two Birds, One Brain, and I'm Jessica Woot with Curious Alice and the real GMat.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, thanks so much for letting me come on, guys. It was lots of fun.
Please, thank you for slumming it with us for a little bit. Also, if you want to promote your stuff, by all means.
This is the time.
Oh, yeah. So, obviously the GMat podcast came to a close a couple of months ago, very sadly. But Ben and I had a project idea that had been kicking around for about 2 years for our new podcast, Bachelors of Art. So if you go to the GMat Podcast YouTube channel, that will become Bachelors of Art. And then we're going to start a new RSS feed, new podcast on Spotify for Bachelors of Art. If you follow my socials, you won't miss anything.
I'm suddenly intrigued about Bachelors of Art. That sounds. I want to watch this. What is this? What is it, Matt?
We've always wanted to do film reviews because we talk about films.
Jessica, he's stealing our shit.
I'm so
We're
sorry.
in the rom-com zone.
kidding.
It's fine. Don't do any rom-com episodes.
As two people who also love film to some degree, we would love to do a period piece dramas episode for you. I'm going to volunteer us right now.
Jesus Christ.
Anytime fucking Mr. Darcy's in water with his shirt off,
Please.
I'll be there.
Any of the Darcys.
Matt, when are you coming back to interview me for being homeschooled? I'll get notes.
Let's do it.
I'm going to have to cut so much out of this episode. We've talked for a really long time.
Everything's fine, Jessica. Relax.
Two birds, one brain.
With a little extra bird. It's fine.
We'll see you next time.